so it's a lot easier to just do a live video than to try to type up a huge document as a post. So I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know the status of my home health. At first I was receiving occupational therapy for my hands, physical therapy for my hip, nursing to take care of my PICC line, and I had a aide that came to help me with showers. So a couple weeks ago I posted that I failed out of occupational therapy, and I don't even know if everybody knows what OT is, but it's occupational therapy. So it's for my hands, and I showed a picture, you know, the size difference and things like that. And then today the PT came and discharged me from physical therapy. So it's almost one of those things that you have to laugh not to cry, because the general consensus every time someone comes to evaluate me for things like that is, you know, this is supposed to work, but it doesn't. But I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like, for your hands, they wanted to strengthen them, but my hands don't do that. And I had to switch to all plastic utensils and things like that because I was breaking things because I couldn't hold them. So when they tell me to do, let's say, strength ball for 10 reps, well, I can do it, and I don't care to power through pain. That's not the issue, but the problem is that ends up making me have to stay in my splints for however long. You know, it might just be overnight, it might be for 3 days. So to tell me to go ahead and power through it is kind of a double-edged sword, because my pain and everything afterwards is doing more damage than it was helpful. You know what I mean? So as far as physical therapy, I mean, this whole hip thing has been just a huge clusterfuck. So, you know, the Ohio doctor says that all he wants me to do is walk and water walk, and for somebody to move my leg for me, which is manual circumduction, so that I'm getting range of motion and I'm getting stretching and movement, but that I'm not doing them. So it's passive movement. That way that I'm technically not supposed to be hurting, but I'm getting the exercise. McCormick's been wrong about absolutely everything, shocker, but the only thing that he agrees with the Ohio doctor is that somebody needs to move my leg for me, and that I don't need to use that muscle. Well, that muscle is the quad, and you can't just use the lower half of the quad and not activate the upper part of the quad, which is right there on the front of your hip. So when he tells me don't do this but do this, you figure that out. So everybody that's came in here has just been completely confused, because when I tell them, you know, McCormick said this, and then Leskowski said this, and then my last PT did this, and then this one did. Sorry, phone call. They don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I mean, it's hard enough to try to remember what it is to tell them. And then they have to figure it out. So, you know, a lot of the PTs have focused more on, you know, like this is a, total hip replacement. And they go towards that type of physical therapy, and it's completely the opposite. Now, personally, I mean, not to go into this huge debate, but I don't think that this surgery should be done. You know, they're going in there to shave bone. Well, guess what? Your bone grows back. He went in there to take the lining of my hip. Well, guess what? That grows back. He went in there to shave adhesions. Well, guess what? That grows back, and usually worse. So every time you go in, you create more adhesions, which creates more problems. So, you know, all of these things, you just basically have to, like, pull something out of the air and try it. And it's really, really annoying. So for people to try to help me, it's almost impossible, because they're putting, you know, themselves in this liability situation of, I don't want to hurt you by doing something the doctor told you not to do, even though your doctor's an idiot. So yeah, I'm in this weird situation. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I could get really angry and I could be crying, and I could say, "Oh, woe is me, poor pitiful me, I'm never going to walk." But you know what? I might not walk as I did before. Probably not because of all of this, which I'm okay with, as long as I'm walking, right? If I have to use a walker, whatever. So I have chosen to look at it as I'm going to let my body tell me what to do. Now, as we all know, my body is weird and it doesn't function how it's supposed to. So, that'll be interesting. But if I want to go to the pool and my body hurts, well, that's telling me I shouldn't do it. So I'm not going to do it. If I go and it feels amazing, then I'm going to continue to do it. So, I mean, I think my lady is here to take out my PICC line. So I'm going to do a video about that because I think it's going to be kind of cool. This is my PICC line, and so that is going all the way to the top of my heart. And apparently she's just going to pull it out. So anyways, I just wanted to, like I said, I wanted to give you an update. And, if you guys have any, I guess opinions, because that's basically what it is at this point, about what could help, shoot them my way, because I don't care to try anything. And that's been kind of the problem, because, I don't care to power through things, and my pain level is really high, so I don't care to do that. But they tell me not to. So, if you have any type of advice about pain modalities, pain relief, or exercises, or stretches, or anything like that, let me know. Anyways, I have to go so I can get this out of my arm. So